Hey guys, this is Ryan, and this is the first video on this channel. Right now I'm walking outside in the woods of New Hampshire. Pretty nice day. It's quite warm actually, more than it looks, and it's sunny out. This is probably one of my most favorite aspects of working for myself is being able to do this midday. I'm going to be walking for about an hour, and there's nobody who can really tell me that I can't, so it's a great feeling. But I sometimes forget that I actually have this ability to do this. I get completely caught up in work. I struggle to balance everything, every aspect of my life. It sometimes seems that there's not enough time in a day. I don't know if you've experienced this, but it seems that if you have maybe two aspects of your life are really on point, the other two fall off. And for me, it's usually business and health is on point, and then relationships and happiness kind of fall off to the wayside. And a few of my mentors, or people that I pay attention to online at least, and through books, they mention that you can only really improve two aspects of your life at one time, and then the other two can only be maintained. And based on the numbers, I think they're right, because if you just look at the math, about 50% of your waking day is spent on work. So that's 8 hours of 16 waking hours is spent on work. Then maybe another 15% of that is on chores. So stuff such as like prepping meals, getting ready for work, getting ready for bed, hygiene, commuting, all that stuff. So another 15%. So you're left with 65% of your day, or you're left with 35% of your day. And that 35 is going to be split between your health, your relations, and your hobbies, basically your play. So that's only split 3 ways. That's a little bit more than 10% of your day is on each one of those aspects. So the numbers really just don't work out for me if you're trying to build everything at once. It truly does seem like you can only build two things at once, and then the other ones just get maintained with the remaining amount of your time. But I'm unsatisfied with that answer. And about 2 years ago, I stumbled upon a course called The 67 Steps by Tai Lopez. And there's a lot of negative opinions about Tai, wondering whether he's a scammer or not. But based on this course, I would say that he's not. This course was highly valuable and actionable. And one concept in particular that he talked about was called decompartmentalization. And Tai mentions that a lot of lack of fulfillment comes from people not having aligned goals. So the different categories of their life, health, wealth, happiness, relations, are totally unrelated. People go to jobs that don't have anything to do with their relations or their health or their hobbies. Same thing with their relations, their health, and their hobbies. They're just not tied together. Now, the opposite of that would be full integration, where when you're working on one aspect of your life, it actually directly improves the other aspects just by mere association. And he gives an example of how he's applied this in his own life. And he mentioned that instead of doing cardio, he's replaced his cardio with basketball games, pickup basketball, because his entire life he played basketball growing up, and he was decently good at it. Not good enough to make a career out of it, of course, but it's a hobby of his, so he really enjoys it. So he's marking off instantly health as well as play. The other thing is it's pickup basketball, so you're playing with a team. So inherent within that is relationships. So you're building friendships from that. So by doing one activity, he's now accomplishing 3 different categories of his life. And this is extremely powerful, as you can see, because now you don't need to focus on all these separate things, but you can just focus on one thing. It's called your life, and it includes every single aspect. So he encourages every one of his students to find as many possible situations where you can find 2, 3, 4-for-1 deals where you are mixing different categories of your life instead of just focusing solely on one that's just fully decompartmentalized. And in my mind, it seems that business is probably the highest leverage point here, just because 50% of your time is spent working, so you can instantly improve 50% by integrating your business into the rest of your life. So this is what I'm doing right here in the form of a personal brand, which is just an extension of documenting everything that I'm interested in, all the things I'm learning, all the things I'm doing, thoughts, people that I'm meeting, etc., and looking for ways to eventually monetize that and turn that into a business. Now there's no difference between your business and your life, and you're actually incentivized to get better at your life, because the more you're better at your life, the better your business is going to be, the more you're going to make money. So that's the idea behind this channel and the brand that I'm putting together here. And I highly encourage everyone to think about different ways that you can integrate things into your life. One example for business would be maybe you want to improve your health. You want to get exceptionally healthy. One way you could do that and mix that with business is to become something related to health. So it could be a personal trainer. By becoming a personal trainer, you're now incentivized to be in good shape. Nobody wants to hire someone who is fat. So another way that you could take it to the next step is if you want to integrate friendship. So now you think about who it is you want to be your clients. So now you think about the demographic and psychographic of who your clients are going to be. Now your clients are eventually going to become friends. So maybe it's entrepreneurs, maybe you enjoy being around entrepreneurs. So you decide to be a personal trainer specific for entrepreneurs. So as you can see, there's just an endless amount of ways that you can design this so that every single aspect of your life is integrated. And a few ways that I just came up with recently. I'm just going to stop here and just show you guys the view. Nothing too special, but I love being out here. A way that I've came up with, or a few of them, would be, they're all like class related. So if you can mix any sort of group environment into any one of your goals, you can instantly get some benefits there. One way that I'm going to do this is through either or, so it could be both, but improv classes. So a personal brand is going to be like based off of you. So if you're doing video, it's going to be good to have that flow and being able to improv on the spot. So it's good for business. It's also good for fun and play, because like honestly, you're just making up storylines and you're laughing the entire time. So that's fun. Relationships too, it's good for directly within the class. You're going to meet people, but also because it's going to allow you to build a rapport easily with people and be able to have that golden mouthpiece where you can just on the spot be able to cook up some conversation with someone. Another idea of mine would be to do yoga classes for my form of meditation, as well as some sort of strength and mobility. So it might be a form of like power yoga classes. It's kind of like Pilates. So it hits that health side. It also hits that happiness side because it's a form of meditation. I've done it before and I feel really good after. And then third, it's going to mix in relationships, so romantic relationships as well as friendships, but mainly that aspect of getting around really hot women who they have a healthy mindset at the same time. So these women are going there and they're probably spiritual, they're probably into self-development. So if you go to those environments, it's going to increase your likelihood of getting around the right people in the first place. So that's another thing. And then the third thing would be Toastmasters. Similar to how improv classes would improve your ability to present, Toastmasters would do that same thing, and it'll also build on my network, so it's going to build that business side of things as well. And then lastly, it's just going to be documentation. So documentation is going to be videos, so me just like explaining some of the ideas and the things that I'm working on throughout my life on just like random walks. If I'm going on a trip, I'll videotape that and show you guys. So documentation, both through writing as well as video, because this is going to allow me to essentially upload your personality to the web, leveraging social media. And there's a million one ways that you can productize, you can monetize, a brand. There's a million ways that you can do that. And if people trust you, if they see the journey for years at a time, you'll build trust and you'll build an audience and a platform that you can leverage to eventually sell products, eventually meet people in real life. So this is a friend building tool right here too. It's a tribe building tool. So yeah, those 3 things or 4 things are the main ones that I want to focus on to kind of integrate business, health, relations, all that jazz. Hopefully this idea was really interesting for you guys. Let me know in the comments below how you plan on integrating different aspects of your life, and make sure to subscribe. I'm just going to be documenting this process of self-development, learning about psychology, building a social circle, building an online personal brand. I'm going to be teaching pretty much everything on YouTube, giving it all away. So subscribe for more videos like that. Give this a like if you enjoyed the content. Dislike if not. Give me some recommendations on the different styles of like videography, because right now I'm sure it's a little bit bouncy when I'm talking, but yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.